Hey, it's Adam. I've been asked today to do a video about my very first gender appointment, my gender clinic appointment. So I thought I would do that. Lee asked us to do this, so Lee mate, this is for you. I had my first gender clinic appointment on the, I'm checking here, 18th of January 2017. And it was at Watergate Hospital in Newcastle upon Tyne, which is local for me. And I was terrified. I know the day I went I was absolutely terrified, but it was like a scared excitement at the same time. But I really was excited to get the journey started, but nervous about what they were going to ask, how I was going to respond, how I was going to react to questions they were going to ask us that possibly I haven't been asked before, or how was I going to reply, how would I be able to reply to them. You know, it was just a subject I'd never approached before, and people have never asked us questions like that before. But to be honest, it was really good. I saw the lady who I saw in my last appointment I've just had, Mary. I saw her on my very first appointment, and she's just really nice, and she puts you at ease as soon as you walk in. And I suffer from horrendous anxiety, and you know, I was sort of twitchy, and it was just, for me, it's meeting people I don't know is really hard, and I struggle massively. But I knew this was something I had to do because I wouldn't have got any further in me transition. So yeah, in my first appointment, I've got me letter here, so I'm just like checking, because it's like ages ago. Well, it's not ages ago, but I've had that many appointments since, and I have other hospital appointments, and I get that many letters for different health problems. I forget. But yeah, it was really nice, and she was easy to talk to. She basically asked us about my childhood. Did I have a happy childhood? Did I have a happy family? Did I have a supportive family growing up? Obviously, I asked if I had siblings. Did we get on? Which we did, until we hit teenage years, and then, as teenagers do, we fight like cat and dog. But now we're grown ups, and we get on amazingly well. School, and asked about schools. How did I get on at school? Was I academically clever? Which I wasn't. Asked us how friends I had when I was younger. Did I have close friends? Did I make friends easily? No, I still don't. How did I feel like within myself when I was growing up? Did I always know I was, no, I don't want to say born in the wrong body, because it was, I don't like that. But did I always know? It's difficult to put, because different people use different words, but I'll just use the words transgender for now. But did I always know I was transgender? And I said, well, no, because I didn't know when I was younger what that word meant. And I didn't really actually know what that word meant until I was probably in my early 20s. And when I heard the word transgender, I knew that was me. So a lot of lights and things went off in my head, and I was like, ooh, yeah, that's me. So they basically asked about mental health problems. Do you have mental health problems? Is your mental health problems well maintained if you have got them? Asked about basic health problems, and then asked when I was growing up about, sort of when I was old enough to be in relationships. Did I have relationships? Were they with men? Were they with women? Who was I attracted to? Who am I attracted to now? In which case I said, I don't know. I've done a video about this. If you check in the playlists below, you'll see that. And it was just a basic getting to know you, and getting to know you in depth in the space of an hour, which I was like, wow. I came out completely mentally and emotionally drained from that hour. They also asked, I'm just keep looking at me letter because I'm trying to remember what they asked, because they ask you so much that when you come out, it's like it's gone by the time you come out, and it's not until I got this letter back from them with like three A4 pages, double-sided, of stuff we talked about that I didn't even remember. But they ask you about education as well. Did you go on to further education when you left school, or did you go straight into employment? If you went on to further education, what did you do? I'm just tracking through this list. Have you got a supportive network? That was the other thing that asked, which I have. I've spoke about in other videos. I've got a huge support network with family, friends, church family, massively important to us. And they were basically, at the end of the letter, they give you like an action plan after your first appointment, and it's sort of I think it's their rundown of what they made of you while they were talking. And they basically said I was assigned female at birth, and I described having gender dysphoria dating back to childhood, but obviously didn't know what it was when I was a child. It wasn't until I was older I realised what it was. And what they did was they sent this out to my GP, and my GP's kept in the loop all the time about what was going on. As I say, it was a very difficult hour of my life, but a very worthwhile hour to start the journey that I was always supposed to be on. So, mate, if you're coming up to your GIC appointment, I wouldn't worry about it, to be honest. It's just basically a get to know you in depth, and they'll ask you questions, and as I say, it's just to get to know, for them to get to know you, and for them to get to know that this is what you want and this is what you need, and that you understand about what it is you're going to go forward and do. And for me, I thought that was a really good thing, but for teenagers and young people, I think that's a really good thing. But for me, when I walked in, I was like, I know who I am. I'm 41 years old, and I know this is what I should have always done, but it took us until 41 years old to do it. I applaud younger people, but when I was sort of early 20s, 20 years ago, I wouldn't have even known what to do. I wouldn't have even known where to start. So anybody who's coming up to their first gender clinic appointment, don't worry about it, don't sweat it. It's first step on the journey to being you, and it's great. I hope this has really been helpful to anybody who's coming up to their first GIC appointment. I hope I haven't rambled too much. I tend to. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, click the bell at the top, and you'll get a notification when I do more videos. And I'll be back soon, and I'll do some more. Cheers. See ya.